Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Gemini. So if Gemini is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, this is a message for you. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. My mind is all over the place. I'm in the middle of roasting a chicken and I'm thinking about getting dinner done, and we got a new setup with my tripod and it's kind of awkward, so please bear with me. Okay, right off the bat we can see there's a huge heart right here, which it seems so fitting because the tea mix I'm using is a Valentine's Day one. It has like chocolate truffle and dried strawberries in it, I think. And so it tastes really good, and it obviously is bringing that love energy, Gemini. Okay, let's see. I feel like this is a big love. Where it's placed on the cup, I almost wonder if this is, I feel like it's mutual, but it's so far on the side of the cup here that I wonder if maybe this is somebody that just really is so enamored with you, so in love with you. Because of the shape of the heart, though, I don't think that this is like an unrequited love. I don't think that this is a person that you are not interested in. I think that this is probably pretty balanced, actually. I get the feeling that this is something that is in the works, okay? I feel like this is maybe somebody who is coming into your life or who is already in your life, but they're really, really growing some feelings for you, okay? And the reason I kind of feel that way is because there are these little holes a little bit, and also just the placement makes me think maybe this is something that has not been fully actualized yet. But on the other side of that, this could be that this is a renewal of love in a relationship that is already happening or has happened. This could be a long term. This could be husband, wife, spouse, long-term partner, and you're coming right back around to a place of a real renewal in your love and love life. Okay, now let's see what else I can see here. And I'm sorry if I bumped the tripod. It's just the way that we have it set up today. I'm having a really hard time getting used to it. Hopefully it will be resolved. They have another tripod coming in just a couple days here. Okay, so I'm seeing all kinds of formations. This is really, and I want to rotate it because there's just so much to look at here. And well, this one's interesting on this side. It's interesting on the other side, but even now it looks like something. It looks like a person, and this is their head, and this is their body. They're kind of bending down to pick something up, okay? And so, I want to see this on the other side, because on this side, it looked like, it reminded me of a person kind of riding a horse, but it's like they have their arm up. And I hate to say that this seems violent to me because I don't really like that in my readings, but it almost seems like, and this is a big one, I feel like feel like there's been some kind of war going on a bit. I almost wonder, like, are you with somebody else? Have you decided to break up with this person for this new love that's coming into your life? Or maybe have you been going through some really difficult times with the person that you've been with, and you know, you finally are getting through that. But it's interesting because this heart, it looks like this horse is riding right towards it. And it really seems like it's in a warring posture. I feel like this one, though, it makes me, and I'm trying to get it, I want to try to get this at an angle where you can see this maybe like I am. But it's hard because it casts a shadow. But this almost kind of looks like a heart laying here. So I'm wondering if I get this, like, the phrase in my head, picking up the pieces. And I feel like there's been a lot of just tumultuous period, energy, interactions going on. And it's just been, you've been going to war. And I feel like you've really even had to cut some people out of your life. I feel like you maybe left somebody, maybe you're getting divorced. But there's definitely this love on the horizon. And I feel like after all of this stuff, all of this difficulty, this warring, this anger, I feel it's just, I feel like it's not like at this point, it doesn't feel like a tit for tat, going back and forth, really, you know, being, not being certain you've become decisive. You're not indecisive anymore. There's no going through a fight and then, you know, making up and figuring it out. I feel like that's all over. I feel like you're literally just to the point where you just want to cut this thing off. And I feel like that really is represented by this kind of sword or whatever this is, axe or whatever, kind of in the air, ready to strike. And I feel like that really just represents to me, you are ready for a clean cut, just done. You're ready to, with the amount of speed and energy of a horse rushing forward and then, you know, lifting your weapon. It's just done. You want this to be finished. And I think that, you know, and I feel like you have been going through this for a while, you know, whatever relationship you've been in, the only way that you're going to move forward and pick up these pieces, and maybe even this is the heart, maybe even move on and have a kind of love that you want and deserve, you're going to have to just kind of let go of that old stuff. Okay? And so that could be a completely cut off from the previous relationship, and you're moving forward with a new person or with yourself, and you know, healing and becoming the person that you want to be, so that you can receive that love. Or maybe there's somebody already that you have been dating or talking to, and you're ready to move on from the old relationship into the new one. But also, it could be that you just have had things in your relationship, your long-term relationship, ongoing relationship, that it felt like you maybe were at like an impasse, or you just couldn't figure out how to get out of whatever cycle that you were in. And finally, it just took this switch to be, the switch to be switched in your head, and you just had to decide, these are my boundaries, goals, these are, how I envision things going forward. and you made that happen. And sometimes you have to just be so blunt, so brutal with yourself and with the, the relationship that you're in, to make things stop going in a record playing over and over and over. You have to finally make that choice to just stop with that stuff. And so then maybe that ushers you into a new era of your relationship. Maybe you're ready for the next act. Okay? And I get a sense of a very, very, very precisely cut decision made, and it is you're ready for this next part of your life. Okay? And now let's see what we have up here. We have this whole other side of the cup to go look at. Okay. And now, I'm seeing another little heart right here. Okay. And now on this side, if you can see, I kind of see the same kind of thing where it's a person, they're holding a shield, they have this sword. I think it kind of coincides with this other formation over here that kind of also looks like a person like holding a flag and a sword. And I really feel like you've really just been in a state of really fighting for yourself, possibly fighting for your relationship, fighting within your relationship. I think that there's just this real sense of spirit and toughness. I think, I feel like you've been worn by this constant fighting, constant need to, be in a place of battle. And it's just so tiring, and you're just over it. I feel like it's just gotten to this place where, and I just keep seeing these little hearts everywhere, different, the big one, even this one kind of looks a little scattered as a heart, but it looks like a heart. This one and this one. So I really think that, and the exclamation mark too, as I'm saying this. So I just really think that you are so tired of having to fight for what you feel that you want, what you need, and what you deserve. And it's been nonstop. I feel like it's been going on and on and on. And I really think that this has so much to do with your love life, spiritual connection with other people through the paradigm of romantic love. And I think it reaches its way into all other parts of your life. If you are constantly worried about your relationship, this is going to affect your creativity, your career, your family life, your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, all these things. Okay. And I think I can really just feel this tiredness. This over here I see, let's see if I can get this. It looks like and I would like this to, maybe if I move you over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this one looks like a mermaid, and it looks like it's kind of like grasping onto this area over here. And we'll look and see about that in just a second. But this mermaid, it's just a beautiful symbol of a very fortified person, somebody who can handle really really treacherous waters, cold waters. You know, I get the image of like the cold waters going over the rocks, you know, and splashing them up against the cliffs. And but yeah, these watery creatures endure in these very difficult climates. And I really think that you have that spirit, and maybe you are, you know, although you could be a lunar Gemini or ascendant slash rising Gemini, but I feel like you are definitely, you have a lot of watery qualities. I think you're a very emotional person, very sensitive person, but I think when you just when you get pushed too far and things go on for too long that are uncomfortable for you, you get into a place where you're just not going to do it anymore. You have made up your mind and you just can't. You can't live with it, and you're not going to. And I really feel like that's where we're at, okay? And let's see here. Yeah, I see. I don't know. Is a war on the mind. I see here kind of I see the magician or like a wizard type of person with a hat. And they're holding up, it looks almost like a weapon. And then meeting another horse with a person riding on them. And then, so this to me really indicates that you have also struggled a lot with the situation that has been going on, trying to figure out, like, how are you going to move forward? What is it that needs to be done so that you're not continuing this cycle of fighting. But it's also caused a lot of internal conflict. And I feel like you probably, and this really makes sense with the mermaid or merman, or, you know, the fish humanoid being. I feel like you're a very psychic person. You're a very psychic, sensitive person. I think that you know, have the qualities also of maybe somebody that is like an empath. You take in the energies around you, and sometimes it's very hard for you to not let those overtake you, like the waves hitting the cliff, you know. But I think also with this magician and then this kind of, you know, night figure with the horse reared up, I really think that it shows me that there's this conflict with this kind of higher magical intuitive side of you with the lower mundane physical, basically the archetype that's really going to rule over your physical needs and just in your physical life. Okay, so health, your finances, your household, domestic things, okay? These things have been at conflict, and maybe that is because you're lacking time. You put all of your attention into just maintaining life, but also having to deal with this bad love connection that has been going on. This relationship that has not been working out, this relationship that has been tumultuous. And I think that you really have just come to a point, and I really think that's why this wizard person is holding this weapon, because although there's the internal conflict, but I think it's really that not even so much that they're just fighting each other, but really ready to cut off whatever it is that's infecting the world, you know, infecting your world, and creating this distraction from the unity and flow between the higher and lower, these different different functioning parts of self that need to come together and be unified, so that you can do and live the way that, do the things you want to do, live the way that you want to live, okay? And have a happy and healthy home in your body, and physically have a happy and healthy home. Mentally, your spirit, all of those things, they need you to be a happy and healthy home, and you need to be in a happy and healthy home, right? So finding a way to get this stuff to stop being in such chaos. And I think that really, honestly, you have come to that point and you know what you need to do if you haven't done it already. And I think the motivating force here has been a newer love connection, or the the idea that this love connection might be happening, or just the drive for you to have a love connection and to create a space for that to happen. You envision it, and it's what you want, and that's what you've prioritized, and that's perfect. That's okay. Sometimes, love is the equalizing force for everything in life, okay? Love is the thing that heals us. Love is the reason so often that we wake up in the morning, okay? And there's so many kinds of love in our life. If we choose to have those, right? And so I think it makes perfect sense that would be something that would get you to the point where you're ready to make that change. Okay, now I'm gonna look at the saucer here, and we're gonna see, we don't have a lot of leaves this time. That's okay. I see a little bird, kind of in a happy, just kind of sitting serene. And I think, that really is going to be in the future, coming up really quickly. I think that really all of the chaos of this kind of warring imagery, fighting, I think that's going to be behind you. And I think you're really going to get to a place where you don't have to advocate for yourself so much, but I think that right now you really are so strong in your desires to get your life out of this chaos that you really are going to do whatever it takes. And I think that once that kind of lessens and you feel, your life getting into the right alignment, it's going to be very easy for you to just really set those boundaries and stick to them, okay? And I see that in this serene bird figure here. And let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so I see in the next 2 months, it's really, I think this is when the next 2 months are going to be the big shift over these next 2 months. This isn't necessarily all going to shake out immediately. I think it will come to a head before that. But I think in the next 2 months, it's going to be more of a smooth sailing as you get further and further out. Okay, and I really, that makes me very happy for you, Gemini. I think that, it's wonderful always living for the love, but, making sure that you are taking care of yourself, taking care of your needs, and keeping yourself happy, healthy, protected, safe. Those are all wonderful things, okay? And today I pulled the 9 of Cups before I started my reading, and I think this just really seals the deal for me, that I think you just are so set on getting things together. This is, the perfect alignment, the squared away cups in this nice square well, rectangle, but they're overflowing with abundance, and everything is kind of perfectly symmetrical and aligned, and you know, you have done the work to get there, and you're gonna, you know, reap the benefits of this work that you're doing. And it doesn't always feel good to have to, if, you know, there's going to be some confrontation, if there's going to be some boundary setting, if that's not always in your nature, you know, to say no to people, to tell people you're done, that kind of thing. That can be very hard. I understand that, but I think, you know, you just have gotten to a point, and I can just feel the energy of not only frustration, but just this intense push to, you know, get through this gateway and get onto the next part. Okay. All right. So I think that's pretty much the reading for you today, Gemini. I am so honored for you to spend this time with me, for me to be able to bring these messages to you. I am just enjoying doing these readings, enjoying getting feedback, and I'm just so thankful. I guess I'm even a little more sentimental since it's kind of the holidays, and, you know, I'm just kind of focusing on doing the stuff for my family and being together, and just kind of looking back on the last year and months and stuff, and all the things that we've kind of accomplished. And it's been wonderful, and it's been wonderful to connect with the new people that have come through our channels. Okay. And yeah, so anyways, if you would be so kind, if these messages resonate with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing. If you really enjoy them and want to share them on your social medias, I would love that, and I would be so thankful. What else? You can find me on Facebook. It's Ula Tea Leaf Readings. I'm on Instagram, Ula of the Tea. If you are interested in a private reading, I finally put up the information in my description. You can email me and book a private reading if you would like to. Okay. Gemini, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope it finds you well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will meet again pretty soon. Okay, thanks.